Hey folks, I guess you've seen this thing on Road and Track and on 1320 on Instagram. Figured I'd make you guys a little bit of a better video. This is the Montana SS. As you can see, it's pretty damn cold and snowy here in Canada, so bear with me here. So here's a Montana, like the ad on Kijiji, and I guess the article in Road and Track said fully functional, including cruise, emissions, everything. Okay, so let's go around and I guess I'll tell you guys about the car. So it's got the Impala SS rims. The body's completely factory. I have an exhaust cutout installed underneath the passenger rear door. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there she be. Oh, little plug. Pretty inconspicuous. I mean, ultimately it's built to be a sleeper because race car. Montana SS. She's a little dirty today. Like I said, she's a daily driver. Do a lot of gravel road, so. But yeah, just your run-of-the-mill, typical Montana. I mean, you can't tell what it is until you come up next to it. You can hear the V8 rumble. I guess we'll start off from under the hood. Alright, here we go. Nice and warm under here. Thank God for the V8. So this is a 5.3 liter V8 out of an Impala SS. This one specifically is out in 06. The harness for this car was completely, for this engine was completely repinned to match up and plug into the factory Montana fuse box. So if it says, we'll say fan control, it's fan control. I had a bit of a fitment issue on the side frame rail over here, which was mitigated with a little bit of work. The battery sits about yay far into the frame rail, so that inner fender had to be cut out. Battery goes dead, or you got to replace this battery. Not good. You're pulling the front clip, and I don't have to tell you guys how much fun that is. It's got the Impala SS front radiator. I don't know if you can tell. Not much room over here. Not much room over here on the side rail. See that little bit of light? Yeah, there's the clutch pulley at the bottom. Look how much space there is. It doesn't hit though. I had to relocate the wiper motor, cut it down a little bit, relocate it a little bit further down to avoid hitting the alternator bracket. We're gonna pan out over here. We're using the Impala SS Master, the Montana's tank. Try to keep a bit of a factory look. A little bit bigger of a reservoir as well. This entire vehicle doesn't have a single butt connector. Everything is soldered, everything has been repinned, everything's in factory plugs. I have an LSD differential insert inside that transmission from Traction Concept. Thank you, Traction Concept. Feel free to look them up. They are pretty good people and great to deal with. I have, back to I guess the brake modules here. This is the Impala ABS system that was plumbed in and wired in. I'm running the factory in Montana intake boot and airbox. I had to get a transmission module holder from the 3.9 generation. I mounted it up here. Computers are still ran inside the airbox. Due to fitment issues, no water tank. Some people wonder where it is. I'll be showing you guys in a little bit. But I'll give you a little bit better view of the engine bay. I'll back up in a minute here, but emissions still all plumbed in. This is the 3.5s bracket with the Impala, I guess, rad mount bracket. No cross member on this side going across. Obviously, they don't fit. But yeah, here's a better view. You know, overall, it looks pretty factory, and it's a whole lot of fun to drive. For tires, I'm running what is it? 235, 55 R18s. I don't know if you guys could see that. Apparently it's good for mud and snow, which I mean, we don't get any of that up here in Florida. As far as that windshield washer tank, let's see if I can show it to you. You're gonna have to bear with me. This is a family everyday driver. Apparently, she's a little frozen. There she be. The tank is sitting in here. Typically what sits back here is an AC system with a fan system. It didn't have it. It had a little cubby. I went to the junkyard, grabbed the panel from the ones that usually do have the AC system. So I don't know if you can see. Pretty good fitment. A little bit of dust. I don't see if you can see down there. And I don't know if you can see the tank, but she's sitting right in here behind this grate, which actually works out pretty good because now, as long as the van's nice and warm inside, so is my windshield washer fluid. So the line that originally ran back to the front for the rear is now plumbed for the front wipers, and I only ran a new line coming back here. I had to install a check valve so it wouldn't backfeed. No major issues. I mean, I am running Brembo brakes for the front. Yeah, I guess we'll go up to the front now. I installed LED lights, bit of a blue tint, and just for fun in the scheme. Whites on both sides. Rain's true back here as well. I can clip it. So at night it looks pretty cool actually. I mean, it's your typical Montana, inconspicuous, like you would never know. Nice little big screen TV for the kids when they're riding along with dad. I'll tell you, we're never late for soccer. Montana SS steering wheel. I tried a little fabric paint with the front driver's seat, figured screw it, I'd be getting another one. It's pretty rough shape. That's on my next to-do list. Give you a peek down here. Because I'm running 2 BCMs, I'm gonna shut off the radio. 2 BCMs, one for the Montana and one for the Impala system. The only thing that the Impala system does not recognize is my safety restraint system. It comes up with a code or a message or on the dash here. All you got to do is just clear it. I'll show you guys. So I'm running the I'm running the Impala throttle pedal. I have 2 OBD ports, one which I cut a nice little slot right in here for, and obviously the old Montana one, which the only thing it's good for is the HVAC and the SRS system. And if you pan over here just a little bit, there's the cutout switch. I like it. It's fun. So, cruise control. The cluster for the Impala, centered with the SS. Now it doesn't fit absolutely perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, there's a bit of a gap here, a bit of a gap here, but the bezel sits pretty flush. I installed the switch right over here. That typically sits right here for the Montanas. I don't know where they sit for the GXP, but I guess you could always Google it if you really want to know. Traction control button still works. Everything's been repinned to be fully functional. I have my cruise, like I said. Information, oil left, all right. I can still switch from mile per hour. I could still get my tire pressures on here. Still have remote start if I wanted to. I haven't managed to get the time to do it, to program it. Ain't no change, all right. So this is the miles on it. This does work. My battery voltage got a little low on a cold crank, so it kind of reset, but after a while it'll recalibrate. The temperature won't show up though. You need the HVAC system from the Impala for it to communicate. Thank you, GM Land System. And you know what? You're not giving her if you're not empty. Okay, so what do I want to show you guys here? I have the ability to check liters per 100K, I guess miles per gallon too if I switch to the American side. 8-cylinder mode. It does drop down to 4 cylinders. The best I got was about, I think, 8 liters per 100 kilometers. The American folks are gonna have to do the conversion. LED lights back here, kind of a blue theme back here, crystal white over here. I can still play around and switch over to the American mile per hour. Let's see if I can show you guys that. There we go, miles per hour. Everything still works. Shifter, old school, like a real muscle car. Too bad it's a minivan. Like I said, DVD system, I mean, everything's pretty clean in here. I mean, there's nothing really you would think that it was modified. Now, the key I'm actually pretty proud of. It's a mixture of the Montana key tumbler and, sorry, the Impala key / tumbler and the Montana's column. Everything was built in. The VAT system's still in here. The key still reads. And as I will show you, everything is still functional. Watch. Boom. Oops, fail. But anyways, everything comes up. Everything comes up real good. Low fuel level. There's that message. Boom. Gone ski. Yeah, I mean, just a lot of fun. Yeah, brother. Now, yeah, I know you guys just seen that come up. I'm having a problem with an O2 sensor. The thing's a dud. It's freaking cold out here. I've been having an on and off issue with this O2 sensor. It's not an expensive piece to replace. It's just, man, I gotta get to it. And a dad with 2 kids and a full-time job, yada yada yada. Whatever, I'll get to it. It's only on the heating system of it's just for startup, so I'm not overly worried. It still reads. I'll plug the scanner to it. So you can see the theme going on back here. Yeah. Well, folks, you got any questions? I'm gonna put my email address at the bottom. Feel free to ask me any questions. If you're interested in this, do get a hold of me. I got no problems helping out, and have yourselves a good day.